In today's video, we are going to design and create the interior and the cover of a car maintenance logbook. Before we start, I want to show you a couple of samples so we get a better idea of what we are going to create. So let's open the Amazon and search for a car maintenance logbook. As you can see, the number of results are less than 1000, which means you will have a good chance of ranking in this niche. First thing that catches my eye is the majority of books have a black or dark cover, except a couple of them. And the covers are either pretty simple with just a title or have a sample of interior cover, like this one, which seems to be one of the best sellers in this category. It's a good idea to have an idea about the earning of this niche. So to find out how many sales this book had last month, we are going to use the Helium 10 extension. So once you install the extension, go to the product page and you will get a graph like this. Now click on the X-ray here. As you can see, there are lots of information about the book that you can use when you are comparing your book with your competitors. But for now, we just need the number of sales in the last 30 days. As you can see, this book sold around 417 sales last 30 days. Now that we know the number of sales, we need to see how much royalty this author is earning for each sale. We are going to use a website called iamtoolbox.com for calculating the profit. You can find a link to this website down in the description. So let's go to iamtoolbox.com and search for KDP and click on this one. If you fill the information, you can see the author is earning $2.82 for each sales. And now that we know the royalty of each book and the number of sales, if we multiply them, we can see how much this author earned in the last 30 days. As you can see, this author earned more than $1,000 in the last 30 days. Let's also take a look inside of this book. I'm going to also open my notepad and take some notes for later. So as you can see, this book has a car owner page, a detailed page to mark when you did any type of regular maintenance with date, mileage, and other page for any other more complicated maintenance that is not covered here. I checked other books and there are a couple of books that have more pages, but just for the sake of time, we are going to create an interior similar to this book with only 2 types of pages. Okay, now that we have an idea how our book is going to look, let's find out what dimensions are. So first open the Amazon file setup calculator, and I'm going to create a 6 by 9 inch book, and our ink would be black and white. And the number of pages is 100. Then select the no bleed on the manuscript. So as you can see, our file size should be 6 by 9 inch, and our outer margin is 0.25 inches. And the gutter margin is 0.375 inch. Now let's go to Canva and create our file. So click on create and then custom size, and then change this to inch and enter 6 by 9 and then create new design. And now go to the file and check up the ruler and guides. If you remember, our outer margin was 0.25 and our gutter was 0.375. So you can either place a guide on these points for yourself like this, or like me, use the Canva auto margin. Let me show you what I mean. If I place an element on the page and drag it to the edge of the page, you can see at some point it will show me a pink bounding box. This is a Canva auto margin, which you can use it as your guide. The good thing about using this margin is that the content of the page would be equal distance from each side. And that means there is no difference between the right and left page. Let's first create our table. First, I'm going to create a border. Open the elements and we need a square border like this. I think this is a little bit thick to be our border. If I expand this, you can see the line weight will remain the same. But if I shrink this a little bit, first I will make lines thinner and then I can expand it from each side. There we go. Let's also change the color to black. Now it's time to place our lines. Let's go to the elements and choose a line. I'm gonna also reduce the line weight to 1 and rotate it 90 degrees. Since we have 50 elements on the page, we need 14 lines to divide them. So I'm gonna just copy this one and paste it 13 times. Okay, let me bring my notepad and pin it on top. Go to the text and choose the smallest font and copy and paste all of your titles. Select all of your text and rotate it 90 degrees and place each title between lines. Okay, that was our first page. Now let's create the second page. I'm gonna duplicate this page and simply remove these middle lines, just write other maintenance. Okay, this is our interior page. Now to make copies of this page and create a 100-page book, I can actually copy and paste them 50 times here in Canva and then download it as a PDF, but I personally use a PDF duplicator. So go to the download, change the file type to the PDF print, and once it's downloaded, go to the imtoolbox.com and click on the PDF duplicator. Now drag and drop your files here and change the slider to 100 and just click on download. Okay, this is our interior design. You can download this book interior from my Gumroad shop for free or pay whatever amount you think is fair. You can find a link to my Gumroad shop down in the description. Now that we have our interior, it's time to create our cover. So go to the Amazon file setup sheet and this time click on the cover. As you can see, the cover dimension is 12.475 by 9.25. Our spine width is 0.2252 and our outer margin is 0.25 inch. So let's go back to the Canva and like before, go to the create, then custom size, change the pixel to inch and enter your dimensions. So if you remember from earlier, most of the covers in this niche are just a black background with a simple title on top. So we are going to create a similar cover. So let's go to the background and search for black and click on the background you like. Okay, let me go back to our Excel sheet. As you can see, we needed 0.23 inch rectangle for our spine and a 0.13 inch rectangle to represent the part that is going to be cut after trim. Now I'm going to stick a line in the edge of each rectangle and also place a line on the middle. And let's make sure the line is exactly on the middle, and this would be the center of the color after trims. So go to the text and insert your title and make sure it's located on the middle. Now go to the download and save the file as a PDF print. Okay, that's how you can create the interior and cover of a maintenance logbook. If you like this video, please take a second to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching this video and bye bye.